Jay no more. That was a rap. I had to go through his assistant, Wallet for give Jay. So like that, I don't know. That I couldn't get to Jay. Damon, I still spoke to Damon like afterward, everything. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't know.
What happened to Amil?
I don't know, man. Amil, she just disappeared, man. Like, one day Hov just say, oh, you'll never see her again. And I never did.
Then that was...
like, no disrespect, I love her. And I just wish, like I said, I wish everybody success.
You was talking about how Amil was your worst
There's somebody that didn't fit. There's somebody that didn't fit.
I don't. Let me think about that.
And then what was the artist you passed upon that you could have had that you didn't sign? And
Passed on? I don't know.
was there any artist you passed on?
I don't know if we passed on anybody that was great.
Oh gosh, one of hip-hop's most mysterious career crashes might actually have everything to do with none other than Beyonce and Jay-Z themselves. I'm literally shaking as I tell you that all those whispers about Amil's sudden disappearance and the alleged drama with music's ultimate power couple have been swirling around for years. But hold on to your seats because Amil is finally breaking her silence, and trust me, she's spilling tea that could change everything we thought we knew. Is this a story of jealousy, betrayal, or something even darker? Stay with me because this story is messier than your ex's Instagram feed, and we're about to unpack every single detail. Let me take you back to where it all began. Amil Kahala Whitehead came into this world on September 19th, 1973, born to a black father and a white mother. But honey, her story starts with heartbreak. Both parents abandoned this precious child at such a tender age. Thank heavens her aunt stepped in like a guardian angel, adopting her and raising her as her own baby girl. Young Amil found herself absolutely captivated by the world of music, falling head over heels for rap by the time she was just 12 years old. Music became her escape, her way to express herself freely. But here's the thing, she later confessed she never actually saw music as a career path. Can you believe it? Despite those doubts, she kept working on her craft, slowly but surely developing her style. But life wasn't done throwing curveballs at our girl. At just 19, barely an adult herself, she found out she was pregnant by her boyfriend, Kendall Morgan. And just when you think that's tough enough, honey, wait until you hear what happened next. In 1994, her beloved aunt, her rock, her everything, the only person she could truly count on, passed away. Amil was absolutely devastated, feeling completely lost and alone. But the universe wasn't done with her yet. 2 years later, in a tragic turn of events that still gives me chills, her boyfriend was killed in a horrific stabbing incident. There she was, all alone with a baby, trying to figure out how to survive. And let me tell you, she had to make some really tough choices. Our girl turned to dealing illegal substances just to keep food on the table, had to get on welfare, and found herself depending on some questionable men just to make it through those dark times. But life had other plans because in 1997, fortune finally smiled on our girl when she met Liz and Monique Smith. These angels invited her to join their all-girl rap group called Major Coins, and let me tell you, this was the moment everything changed. Amil felt right at home in the group, admitting she never really saw herself as a solo star anyway.
Can I get you to these bitches from all of...
Then 1998 rolled around, and baby, that's when the magic happened. Her group members introduced her to none other than Jay-Z himself. Now here's the tea. Jay was actually looking for a female rapper for his third studio album, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. The twist? It was supposed to be Liz's spot, but when Jay had them both rap for Can I Get a Swing, he was absolutely blown away by Amil's flow and lyrics. At first, our girl was hesitant. I mean, who wants to steal their friend's spotlight? But sometimes destiny calls, and honey, she had to answer. And would you believe it? This was just the beginning of what would become an absolutely incredible partnership. This was her moment, her big break, and she grabbed it with both hands. The track didn't just appear on Jay-Z's album, it landed on the Rush Hour soundtrack and shot up to number 19 on the Billboard chart. The chemistry between Amil and Jay was absolutely electric. She even said herself how much she loved the way they sounded together. Our girl had finally made it. But wait, there's more. Amil was just getting started. She went on to feature on another Jay-Z smash hit, Jigga What, Jigga Who, and that's when Jay dropped some life-changing advice. He told her to leave Major Coins and step into the spotlight as a solo artist. Now, when she spoke to Billboard about this major move, she admitted she was both over the moon excited but also nervous as could be. But let's be real, who wouldn't have butterflies when their whole life is about to change?
Working out, show J to the Z. Make you think you can float with me.
The next thing you know, she's signing with Jay-Z's Roc-A-Fella Records, becoming the first lady of Roc-A-Fella. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this glow-up? She went from having nothing to dripping in diamonds overnight. And of course, because the world can't help but gossip, rumors started flying that she and Jay were more than just collaborators. But Amil shut that down real quick, telling Billboard that Jay was like a brother to her, super protective, but nothing more.
Hold up, y'all. Yeah, what up?
Here's my sis name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Usually with your music, that go with his name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know I got you.
Quiet though. Yeah.
Later.
Talk about being unstoppable. Amil continued making magic with Jay-Z, appearing on his 4th album with the absolute banger, Do It Again, Put Your Hands Up. But that wasn't even the best part. She joined Jay on his 1999 Hard Knock Life tour, which absolutely catapulted her into superstardom. Soon, everyone who was anyone wanted to work with her. We're talking industry giants like LL Cool J, the incredible Mariah Carey, DJ Clue, and Beanie Siegel. Our girl was making waves, and the industry was taking notice.
These fellas, busters, hustlers, everybody. Come on.
Now, get this. Amil started working on her solo album, All Money Is Legal, which dropped in August 2000. Here's where it gets interesting. Jay-Z was incredibly hands-on with this project, carefully selecting who got to feature on the album. She revealed that while Jay had written most of her previous cameos, this time she penned her own material. And Jay, he couldn't stop singing her praises, absolutely blown away by the skills she showed on this album.
Like, I think she's talented, and the album that she made, I think, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I was actually surprised at, you know, her level of writing and ability to make songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really impressed with that book.
The album was stacked with talent. Jay-Z himself jumped on the track for Da Fam alongside Beanie Siegel and Memphis Bleek. And if that wasn't enough star power, Beyonce blessed the album with her vocals on I Got That. These collaborations had everyone buzzing, pushing the album to number 12 on the Billboard chart. But here's where things start taking a turn. Despite all this star power, the album sales were disappointingly low. Critics weren't feeling her materialistic lyrics and what they called her lackluster flow. It was becoming painfully clear that Amil might not reach the heights Roc-A-Fella had envisioned for her.
This was for the family. All money is legal now.
Song that you came out with Beyonce. Song was hot. Check the video's hot. You know what I'm saying? I think you were set up to, the way that it seemed like you were set up to blow.
Then, out of nowhere, Amil dropped a bombshell that had everyone's jaws on the floor. She announced she was making some major life changes, quitting smoking and other substances and embracing the Hebrew Israelite religion. Her fans couldn't believe it. But wait, there's more. She started talking about wanting to stay home with her kid and her boyfriend instead of living that fast-paced party life. She was dreaming about buying a house, getting married, and moving down south where life moved at a slower pace. Reading between the lines, everyone could see what was coming. She was ready to leave the music scene behind.
You know, this is what happened to rappers.
Right. When you don't listen.
When your ass is hard-headed.
But it's real like that, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm sure I'm not the only artist.
Just as everyone suspected, the other shoe finally dropped. Amil was let go from the record label after her feature on Hey Papi with Memphis Bleek and Timbaland for the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack. But here's where things get really juicy. Word on the street was that tension had been brewing between her and Jay, and allegedly he wasn't happy about her weight gain. They say she wasn't fitting that female celebrity image anymore, and apparently that played a huge role in her exit from the label. The tea is scalding, right?
All right, yes, I did gain a little weight.
Okay, how much weight did you gain?
I was like 110 pounds. It's less than that when I did Cannot Get It and all that, you know what I'm saying?
And then
so
you
I
went
gained a couple pounds. And it was eating, you know what I'm saying?
Man, who knows? I know we was in the studio doing Hey Papi. She ain't make it. Nigga said you'll never see her again.
Oh, wow. Just that simple.
That's
so Ho is real, like, cut and dry and whatnot.
Yeah, Ho, he don't play.
He don't play, not a little bit.
Not a little bit. One thing about Jay is just cut and dry.
But hold up. Amil came through with her side of the story, and it's completely different. According to her, she wasn't dropped at all. She walked away on her own terms. She confessed that the fame and celebrity lifestyle just wasn't her cup of tea anymore. Can you believe it? She admitted she wasn't mentally prepared for the entertainment world and started rebelling. She hated touring and wasn't into that whole partying and clubbing scene anymore. Plus, her heart was pulling her in another direction. Her baby boy was struggling with asthma, and she wanted to be there for him every step of the way.
Ethics say, come on, you bringing somebody that just came off the street that ain't have to this whole new world the next day. Like, I wasn't prepared enough for it. So, number one, you didn't have the patience. If it was on my work ethics, you didn't have the patience.
But here's the thing. Amil later admitted she might have acted a bit hastily. She hadn't thought about all those pesky legal consequences of walking away from Roc-A-Fella. Poor thing didn't even have a manager or anyone to guide her through the industry's maze. It wasn't long before Jay and the label realized she had mentally checked out of the game. After leaving Roc-A-Fella, Amil completely vanished from the spotlight. And honey, the rumors started flying. People were saying they spotted her working at Macy's and Walmart in North Carolina, living a totally normal life. But Amil? She kept quiet about all of it. Then in 2011, drama erupted when a Twitter account in her name started throwing shade at other rappers like Foxy Brown and Rick Ross. But our girl quickly shut that down, denying any connection to the account. Thank goodness it turned out to be just a parody account. Still, watching her fall from grace was like watching a slow-motion car crash. Absolutely heartbreaking.
All those years you worked at Walmart in North Carolina, Amil, it wasn't one blog post, one tweet, one Facebook status asking for an Amil comeback. In fact, it's a lot of people who didn't know you were here in the first place.
It became clear that Amil's attempt at a comeback hadn't resonated with audiences.
Finally, after years of silence, Amil gave us all an update on her life, and let me tell you, things had changed dramatically. She revealed she was now a mother of 3 and was channeling her creativity into writing an urban fiction novel. But here's what broke everyone's heart. She hadn't spoken to Jay in years. She desperately wanted to sit down with him just to get some closure on everything that went down. In 2012, she tried to make a comeback to the rap game, releasing a song called Stop, followed by Remember from her mixtape, A Moment in Life. She told Billboard she was trying to capture the magic of the 90s, exclusively using beats from back then and collaborating with artists who were big during that era. But oh honey, it did not go as planned. The music world had moved on, and they weren't feeling her sound anymore. The Breakfast Club didn't hold back. They crowned her Donkey of the Day, with Charlemagne the God calling her song the highest grade of garbage he'd heard in a long time. Talk about a brutal takedown.
And get ready to listen to Amil's comeback titled I Remember.
You gonna love me again, though. The way I did.
Hey, Amil, we good, boo. Please don't do us no favors. That is one of the highest grades of garbage I've heard in a while. See, the thing about comebacks, right? People have to care.
After that harsh reception, Amil disappeared again until 2018, when she finally spilled all the tea in an interview with Hip Hop News Uncensored. And trust me, she did not hold back. She finally confirmed what everyone had been whispering about. She was indeed dropped from the label. But get this, she claimed it was because some of the label's assistants were jealous of her relationship with Killah Priest.
It was grapevine, I guess. You said a lot of people was hating on you at the label. Some people was hating on you at the label. I guess the assistants and all that, blocking what you needed to do. I guess why did you, was that part of it? We also heard that, you know, you was dealing with Killah Priest.
I heard at the time, I might have been dealing with Priest at the time. And as far as there was a lot of hate going on at the label, yes it was, or I do believe that had a lot to do with it.
She also addressed those weight rumors head on, revealing she'd gone from 110 pounds to 135 pounds. But the real shocking part, she exposed how she was gradually pushed out of everything at the label. It got so bad that she couldn't even reach Jay-Z directly anymore. She had to go through his assistant. Can you imagine? She poured her heart out, saying she still loved Jay but couldn't understand where all the disrespect came from, especially after he allegedly dissed her on TV.
Yeah, I got up to a little 135 pounds, if you want to call that big. Okay, yeah, I got there.
Oh, so they even said that because you even heard because you gained some weight?
Yeah. That I gained weight, that I was real lazy and all this. Like, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? For us to never have no bad blood, why would you get on the radio and try to disrespect me? Why would you get on TV and try to do that? To me, I'm looking at it as no other than trying to block my paper. Trying to make the world not feel me.
But wait, there's more. Dame Dash, the co-founder of Roc-A-Fella, recently came forward with his version of events in an interview with The Art of Dialogue. According to him, they dropped Amil and that was that. She didn't do anything significant afterward. He threw some shade too, saying he wished she'd been more appreciative of the platform Roc-A-Fella had given her.
After we dropped her, she didn't do anything else. That's how you could tell, and no disrespect to Amil, but that means that if you can't make it without me at all, that it was all gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, I wish she would have appreciated that moment a little better, because she didn't realize the work it was gonna take for me and us to get her where she had to go.
Dame wasn't finished. He put the blame squarely on Amil's shoulders, saying she had nobody to blame but herself for her career flopping. They'd given her everything she needed to succeed. He revealed she was Jay's project, and he wasn't about to put in more effort than Jay himself was willing to invest. Then Dame dropped another bombshell about the weight issue. He claimed he told Amil she needed to start working out, but Jay insisted on getting her a car and paying for her workouts. Dame was so frustrated that he ended up putting more effort into her workout routine than she did herself. After that, he was completely done with the whole situation. And there you have it. Amil might have been the first lady of Roc-A-Fella, but her story shows just how quickly things can fall apart in this cutthroat industry. The music business isn't for the faint of heart. Only the most talented, hardworking, and toughest make it to the top and stay there. Amil had her moment in the sun, but sometimes life has other plans. What a wild ride, right? Don't forget to like and share this video and keep tuning in, because we're always serving up the hottest Hollywood tea you can imagine. Trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next.